It's very early on a Tuesday morning on the Llangollen Canal and we're on our way to the Grindley Brook locks. It's so early that we're not fully awake and so we haven't recorded an introduction today, but Michael has assured me that he's awake enough to steer the boat, and so I just need to wake up as just ahead we have 6 locks to go through. There's some moorings here, and if you don't want to go up through the locks, then this is where you need to stop. Michael's proceeded past the moorings, so we're now committed. We pass under the Grindley railway bridge, which in my opinion feels more like a tunnel. Michael points out a floating duckling island as he moves the boat towards the lock landing. Below the lock there's this really cute little bookshop if you have time to stop and take a look when it's open. After steering this far and mooring the boat, Michael is now off to set the first lock. Whilst the boat's raising, Michael's gone ahead to set the next lock, but he'll be back in time to shut the gate on this one once I've brought the boat out. There's an ongoing discussion about whether steering the boat or doing the locks is the harder job, but here I am drinking tea on the stern while Michael does all the heavy lifting. Above the second lock, Michael takes the tiller for a bit. Michael's walked ahead again, but this time he's not back in time to shut the gate, so I stop just outside the lock and shut the gate behind the boat. There's a bend in the canal here, and then under the Chester Road Bridge we'll reach the Grindley Brook staircase of 3 locks. I always find it very intimidating being at the bottom of a set of staircase locks. You feel really low down with a huge amount of water being held back by wooden gates and hope, and well, some physics too. This is the cafe where George first discovered doggy ice cream. If it had been open, George would clearly be having ice cream for breakfast. As this lock's part of a staircase, the top gates of this lock are also the bottom gates of the next lock, and so we can move straight into the next chamber. Above the lock is a winding hole. So that's the last lock for 20 miles, and so this is a really long pound. There's some moorings above the lock as well as some boater services. We decide to stop and fill up our water tank and to make use of the shower facilities. Since we stopped here last year, it's my understanding that the CRT have now closed all of their shower and toilet facilities, which is a real shame. The sun has decided to come out. With a full water tank and clean hair, we decide to carry on to see how far we can get today. We're now approaching Whitchurch, which, as you probably already know, is where there was a devastating breach last December. This video was filmed 6 months before that breach, so we feel very lucky to have been able to visit this canal one last time before it closed for goodness knows how long. There's some moorings on the offside and then a little bit of congestion ahead. We're following a boat and their crew have disembarked to open New Mills lift bridge. I was going to follow that boat through, but then I spot a boat coming the other way who seemed to want to proceed, so I hang back and wait for them to pass. The other crew kindly wait for me to bring Perseverance through that bridge too. Just beyond the bridge is the junction with the Whitchurch arm. The arm used to continue for a mile and served the town of Whitchurch, but today it's just a few hundred metres long. It's a really place to moor if you can find a spot. The other boater waves us past while they wait for their crew, so we continue on slowly as there's some more visitor moorings on this side of the bridge. At the winding hole ahead there's a boat turning, so we hang back to give them space and then they move out of the way for me and the boat behind me to pass. Beyond the bridge is Whitchurch Marina, which is an ABC hire base, and there's a caravan park on the same site. After the moorings we pass under the second of the Hassel lift bridges, which Michael has walked ahead and opened. Michael keeps the bridge open for the boat behind, and I pull over and wait this time. As I approach the next bridge, we hit an underwater obstruction. The bump is caught on the front camera, but you can't really see much. It honestly felt a lot worse on the back of the boat. I go into neutral so the prop doesn't hit whatever it was, but the stern appears to sail straight over it, and I don't see anything under the water as we float over. Very strange. Anyway, that was Bridge 35, Sparks Bridge, or Bump Bridge as I now call it. Under Dundleston Bridge, and the sun comes out again. There's some visitor moorings here with a really stunning view. As I said, this video was filmed in June 2025, and we're meeting so many boaters enjoying this canal. It's so heartbreaking that no one can access this end of the canal from the main network since the breach, and the CRT have requested that boaters don't use locks due to the current water shortages.
No, it's M-O-R-E.
We're about 3 hours into our trip now, and Michael is back on the boat and at the tiller for a while. Stanley is so shiny and new that you can see poor Rusty Perseverance's reflection back in her paintwork.
Thank you very much. Good timing for us.
We've now travelled just over 7 miles and we've reached Wixall Junction, or Prees Junction. The branch was originally planned to extend to Prees Higher Heath, but construction stopped after funds ran out in 1806, so it was just extended to Quinnia Brook, where lime kilns were built to support local agriculture. Now it just runs for a mile to Wixall Marina. Now somewhere around here we're going to be crossing into Wales for the first time. And after about 2 miles on Welsh water, we're back in England. This is Lineal Wharf, home to the Lineal Trust, who are a charity which create accessible holidays. By the way. We're approaching Ellesmere now, and after a long cruise it's almost time to moor up. We've been passing to the north of Colmere, and under Bridge 56 we'll arrive at Blakemere. I think it's 4 o'clock. We left at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I was still asleep when we left.
Yeah.
But I assume
So was I, though I was driving.
I only got up because George got up and I thought he was going to jump out the front of the boat into the water, so I thought I better get up.
I had a plan if he did go into the water.
What was it?
Stop and throw the
Throw line.
Throw line. And,
Hope that he knew to catch onto it.
well, I figured I'd probably put a tennis ball on the end and whiz! And then he bites onto it and then he won't let go and then I can drag him back in. Basically fishing for George.
So yeah, the Grindley Brook locks were fine. I think we've done them really quick, so quick.
Yeah, I really appreciate the volunteers and I think the volunteers are a huge help.
Yeah.
And considering the amount of hire boats that go through there,
They're really, yeah.
they're absolutely necessary because you can get staircase locks wrong. But the beauty of showing up early before the lock keepers are there is that a whole bunch of people are going to sort of line up and wait for the lock keepers to show up.
Oh no, there was no one else there. We just went through and then...
Well, we got to the top and there was boats waiting up there. Yeah, that's
that
my
bad?
thing. It's just, no, it's just, to me, it's like the advantage of showing up before the volunteers do is that the odds are nobody's trying to navigate the lock. So now you've got to navigate it yourself, which means there's more physical work involved.
And then in the pounds, you know, you don't have to pass a boat. You just float around however you want.
Yeah. So we were just able to go like up the first 3 locks and then up the staircase in like
really quick.
prompt time. And everything was just, okay, run ahead, get it set. We don't have to worry about somebody coming down. We don't have to worry about getting into a situation where we need to wait for somebody so that we can...
We'd have, if we'd seen someone coming down, obviously we would have adapted.
Yeah, there was just nobody there.
The only downside is that the cafe next to the staircase was shut. And I remembered when we got there that it was the first time we ever got George the doggy ice cream. And obviously it was shut, so we couldn't get him a doggy ice cream.
Yeah.
So he was very cross. Michael went into Whitchurch. Then I drove the boat to meet him after he'd been to the shops.
I made that walk to the Tesco's in record time because I chose to go down the road rather than the towpath. But oh my God, did I end up regretting the fact that I hadn't gone down the towpath.
Why?
Because that road is really busy and also very badly paved for pedestrians until you're sort of partway through, and there's a great big roundabout with all these cars whizzing along, and there's no pedestrian crossing. Yeah. So I just ended up having to hoof it across the road when somebody was nice enough to slow down in the turning lane, and then I'm like, I'm not sure I'm going to make it.
Yeah, so that's not worth it. You should have just taken the towpath. Because I was going to say that section of the canal was really busy as well. Because I set off with 2 other boats and then we all got to the lift bridge by the arm together. But because there's more boats and it was a little bit breezy, you have to like keep speed so you don't get into the moored boats. But then there you have to stop to wait to go through the bridge. And then there was a boat coming the other way. I had no room, but they had less room than me. So I hung back and let them come through. And then we carried on. And then the first boat that had gone through was actually turning around, so then we had to wait for them to turn around in the winding half. Like, I'm not complaining that this canal is busy, because actually I think it's quieter than last time we were here. I know the end will get busier, but I think so far it's been really...
There's definitely been a fair amount of hire boat traffic.
Yeah.
But it's been, for one thing, most of the boats seem to have been relatively well trained compared to some of the other hire boat companies we've run into before?
So far, yeah, actually. Yeah, it's been a lovely day, long day. We've come far. I don't know how many miles, but a lot. It's beautiful. We've had this, like it was rainy this morning, but the sun's come out. Lovely views over the fields and hills.
Yeah, and it's been sunny, but not overly hot.
This is the hottest I've been all day.
Yeah, well, sitting here. There's a nice breeze all day. There's been all the lovely trees and everything. And there's
So much
I don't know if you can hear it
wildlife.
right now, but the bird song along this canal is just wonderful.
So many babies, duck babies and more hen babies mainly.
Yeah, although I did see a couple of cygnets, big
I
cygnets,
haven't seen cygnets.
and
Lots-
lots of dragonflies.
Dragonflies.
And damselflies and lacewings and all sorts of, you know, fascinating little bugs and things. It's a very pretty canal. It's got some portions, like when we passed there's this thing called the roving bridge that I don't know why it's called a roving bridge.
Yeah, where does it go?
It just says something roving bridge, and I'm like, I don't know, roving. Okay, but it looks more or less like a big pipe bridge, and it's tall enough that it doesn't need to move or anything. Whereas we've passed through all these swing bridges, so we thought.
You say we've passed through all these swing bridges, but I think you've only done one.
Yeah, I did it.
Guaranteed. If you'd have been driving and I'd have been walking, I'd have had to do every single one.
Well, one of these days I should talk to you about frequency illusions.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but anyway, we passed through the roving bridge, and we turn up, and then there is a long straightaway with these Armco banks going along, and you're not allowed to moor, but the trees are just sort of coming in at you, and you've got this really long green corridor with all of these ducks and ducklings and moorhens, and there's these birds in the trees, and what I found neat was a bird over here would call, and then one over there would call, and then one over here would call, and it was like they were sort of following us.
There's
all
a
the way
boat
along.
coming.
Yeah, I mean, basically it is, you know, boat gossip, right? Like all of these birds just being like, he's really hairy. I don't know what's wrong with his face. But
That little chick plank was cute at Wixel.
oh yes, the little plank with the little ducky babies on it. It's been a day for baby ducks, really.
Really has.
Clearly, we've had too much sun.
We've never moored here before. We've moored in Ellesmere, which is, what, a mile away, 2 miles away?
Yeah, on the other side of Ellesmere Tunnel.
We've never moored by the mere, so it's
No,
nice.
but this is where we saw
Dan,
Dan
sort of interesting.
Sort of Interesting's boat.
I don't know what boat he's got there.
I don't know. I haven't seen his channel in a long time.
The OG.
It was Dan and Sort of Interesting's shots of the Llangollen in winter.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that made me go, yeah, I think we could do this.
Yeah.
So it was really nice to have actually seen his boat. Never actually met the guy. If you're watching, thanks.
I don't know how we're watching.
Yeah,
This is going to really annoy me when I edit that we're not in the middle of the frame. I have to pretend it's...
I'm kind of in the middle of the frame.
You're like, yeah.
Sorry for the bad camera work.
It's just too far away to move.
I know. And we've had too much sun.
Oh, should we
Hence
go?
the rambling.
Should we stop now?
I think we should.
We've
I
also-
think we should have stopped 20 minutes ago.
We've also got to get up
Off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard part. And you don't have any socks on. No, I mean, you do have socks on. You don't have any shoes on.
We moored
Crap
up.
that's come out of my mouth since we've
We moored up. We were driving along and we're mooring up. And Michael was like, oh, we can just go on that ring. I don't have any shoes. You're like, okay, well, I can just go on that ring.
Yeah. I thought you were going to get off and do the front ring, and then I'm pulling on the middle line, getting us over, and I'm just about to go to the back to do the back ring.
Which I'd already put the rope on and chucked it off.
Yeah, so I'm like, I find it there sort of chucked off, and it's like, oh, okay, where's she gone? Oh, she's gone through the middle. She's gone to the front. Okay, so I'm assuming you're going to get off and do the front. So I go to tie up at the back, and then you're just sort of standing there with the rope, and I'm just like, huh? So I walk up, and you're like, I don't have any shoes on. Oh.
I'll do it then.
I see what's happened here. I'll do both. I'll do both ends and the middle while keeping track of the dog. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, dear God, you got more patience than me. Yeah, or something. What am I saying?
No.
I don't know. It's the sun. I'm blind and I'm overheated and my brain is cooking. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to Minimalist Maximal Velocity for our time-lapse videos,
We don't really do time.
which we don't really do anymore, but they're still around.
There's some real-time videos, and maybe we'll do a talking at the tiller or a talking at the table soon.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. We've got a subject coming up, and we've got numerous other sort of things in the work. Part of the reason we're on the Llangollen. But, yeah. Hope you enjoyed listening to me.
Will you
prattle.
stop talking so I can
No,
stop?
I'm trying to make it hard. I am. I'm going to make the editing impossible.
I'm so far away.
This is all blooper reel.
This is my rotator cuff.
There we go.
Come on.
Nope, no, I think I might have just started. I mentioned my headache.
Just go down softly.
Yeah. Look, you have more butt padding than I do. I'm not saying you got a lot of butt padding. I'm just saying you got more butt padding
You're
than
not
I
in
do.
the. You're not in the sun at all.
That's probably my hat's fault, isn't it?
No, you're in the shade.
This is the problem with... We're more up under a tree. We've got dappled sunshine. If we move into that direction, we're overexposed. If we move into this direction, we're...
Come this way a bit.
Going this way a bit. Oh, God! Yuck! Ow!
Was it that thick?
Ah! Mm. Son of a...
Right, let's just do this. Then you can go. Was it your back?
Yeah. I don't have as much between my rib cage and the brass work. Oh,
Can you remember the name of this mere?
I can't remember my name.
Pooperhead.
Something like that. Dingleberry. I'm sorry, I got a bug. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah, Pease Branch? Pease Branch.
Well, I think it's called Wixell Junction.
Yeah, but I keep going to Pease Branch. And I'm like, no, it's not branch, it's branch. Anyway. Blah, tongue-tied. Well, no, wait. We use that term in the States. Yeah, okay.
Sounds funny to me.
Yes. Not gelatinized fruit made of not
Fruit?
conserves, not preserves, but a nature reserve, a reserved area for nature, to preserve the area rather than to preserve the fruit in the area. Sometimes. And yeah, it was...
You forgot what you were saying.
What I was trying to say is